Welcome to the K-Dot Kente Show. This is the young brother, man. The award-winning author, Anthony Dodson. How you doing, my brother?
I'm good.
Man, you got a lot of stuff going on, bro. And I mean, and you were 26 years old right now, man.
Yes,
and
sir.
you know what I'm saying? This children's book, man. You know what I'm saying? Finding 750.
Oh my gosh, how did I lose 750?
It was late, and I was running past Collection Forest.
Oh no, that's what the bad scores are. We need to find 750 right away.
Pack up your backpack and head out the door because Elise want to help you learn about credit with the release of Finding 750.
Come on, let's go take a look in the book.
On this journey, you're going to learn all about credit. You're going to have interactive games, coloring, tic-tac-toe, different ways so we can find 750 before the collections agency snatches us up in the bad forest.
Not up there. Hello, we're here to learn about credit, but we need your help.
But in order to do this, she needs your help. All you have to do is dive into the brand new book, Finding 750, releasing on August 20th. And you and your parents will be able to find 750.
You know what I'm saying? You created a children's book based on, credit. And I don't really want to say too much because I want you to break it down. Explain why did you create that book, though? Like, you know what I'm saying, for kids, for credit. What was the base behind that?
So, like, what me and one of my homeboys, we used to always talk about, like, because I got a friend that's like an accountant, / bookkeeper. So, like, what we would talk about, all the time was, like, pretty much, like, people don't be having regular banks. People don't be knowing about credit. And it's like, when you look at it and you realize, like, what credit can do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's so strong. And what we do as a community is, like, we worry about debt. You know what I'm saying? Like, coming from those type of areas, you worry about debt. Like, you don't want to go in debt. We always look at debt as bad. And then when you think about these other people, these millionaires and stuff, they love debt. So what I thought about, I'm like, I never really paid attention to credit. My mama, I will say as a kid, she made sure that, we had good credit coming out of school. Like, she told us, like, I'm going to put y'all on my credit cards and make y'all authorized users. I never realized what I could do with credit till maybe a couple years ago. And so I'm like, I want to teach this things to my child. But then I realized, I'm like, it's bigger than me and her. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than us because a lot of these kids don't know about credit and bank accounts, or anything of that nature. So our goal was to allow these kids to understand because, growing up, you see, you had a different types of a class of people. So most of the time, those middle class, upper class, they got cars in high school. Ride the bus.
Look, even though, bro, even when I was in school, I didn't never get taught about credit. My mama credit is excellent, A1. Like your mom, A1. Like I never got taught. That was never a class in school about credit.
Exactly.
You never got taught that.
Yeah, we wondering why they getting cars and stuff in high school and stuff like that. They parents use their credit and stuff like that to get these things. And then, they coming out of high school, 800 credit scores. When you talking interest rates, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So it was just, and then the thing is, most of the time in the urban community, we know about credit because a lot of kids are coming like, man, my parents messed up my credit as a kid. They put a phone in my name and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if we can put these negative items in a kid's name, why don't we put these positive items in the kid's name and allow that kid to grow the same way you would want yourself to grow?
Right, man. So like with the title of the book, the children's book, Finding 750. What made you come up with that title? You know what I'm saying? Finding 750.
So like everybody want either a 750 to 800. Most of the time people talk about a 750. So it's like, I'm going to help you find it. We're going to show you a way to get a 750 and what you can do to get a 750, but make it interactive to a kid.
And man, that video, you know what I'm saying? That actually, like that commercial that you actually did, that was with your daughter, right?
Yeah.
Man,
he
co-authored. Very creative, man. That was very creative. I think that was actually a great catch children on you know what I'm saying, wanting to learn about credit. I think that was a brilliant idea, man. I think that.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. Like, a lot of people don't understand. I'm not just only the author. She's the author too. So if something was to ever happen, you know what I'm saying, all royalties go to her.
Yeah.
Because she the co-author. So it's like I'm creating generational wealth through my daughter. So when she when she turned 18, she got a couple dollars in her pocket.
Man, that's facts, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? We always talk about, you know, like my Earl, right? We always talk about the youth, bro. We always say, like, man, the young people, man, they fucking it up, man. They doing this, man, they killing each other and all that. But we never don't emphasize on a brother like yourself that, you know what I'm saying, self-made, you know what I'm saying, award-winning author, you know, credit repelled, real estate agent. You know what I'm saying? Speak on this, man. Speak on, let the people know. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what I said, we talking about the youth now. And I want to emphasize on that. We do have positive brothers out here that's in the youth that's doing a lot of big things that, you know what I'm saying, they just have to get showcased though, you know?
Yeah, because a lot of the times, like, and I think I differentiate from a lot of cats because I'm from that. You feel me? And it's like a lot of the times when the cats ain't from what you from, you don't want to hear that. Like, bro, you don't know what I came from. You don't know how hard it is for me. I'm the one that can be like, bro, I know what you went through. I know how I feel to be, you know what I'm saying, in these situations where you don't know what may happen next. So if you're going to see tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? So my thing is I wanted to create a way of showing people, you know, there's other ways to make money. It's legal ways to make money. You ain't always got to be a millionaire for legal money. Like I tell people all the time, you can put $100,000 on your arm like this. I got 3 credit cards that got way more than that. So you tell me who getting money right now.
Yeah.
So if you give them type of conversations, they're like, hold on, bro, what you trying to say? Yeah, my credit card is triple what you got on your pocket. And guess what? Somebody rob you for this, it's gone. They take my credit card. I make a phone call. You can't do nothing with it. I still got my 100,000. What you got? You lost it all. So when you open up that door and make it make sense to the next person, they gonna understand it. And so my thing is like it ain't no excuses for us. Like they want us to fail, so why fail? You know what I'm saying? Make a way, create a way, and do your way. Like, and that's just how it goes.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, man, that's a brilliant concept you created though, far as with that children's book. I think that was this dope, man, because we need to know about credit. That is very important, man. Like I'm right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm 42 years old. I'm working on getting my credit back up, trying to get my credit. That's what I'm working. I mean, if I would have known still, even at an early age or whatever, I would have, you know what I'm saying, did better. But I'm just saying it's better that we do know at a younger age. We don't have this stuff in school though, for real, at all. They're not teaching the real curriculum of stuff that we need to know. Financial literacy.
And that's the whole thing. Because all like it stays together. And that's what I was telling my baby mother when I created this. Because she like, man, because my daughter's 7. You feel me? So it's like, she too young to be learning all that. I'm like, that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? We don't emphasize this type of stuff, but we can emphasize these TikTok dances and, you know, all this stuff on the internet. But when these kids get old enough, like, I think my grandma to this day, if my grandma would have told me how to write a check, you coming out of school, we don't know how to write checks. We don't know nothing about bills. They don't teach us none of that. They teaching us about Christopher Columbus, but ain't teaching us, yo, when you get out of school, what that is.
Come on, man.
So it's like finding 750 is not just going to be one book. It's going to be a series of financial literacy. It's going to go into all the avenues that I'm into, and it's going to be taught by my daughter because it's allowing me and my daughter to interact with each other. And I think that's the dopest thing about it is being able to make a book with my child and my child understand the value of her and her credit. Because if my daughter can get a gold card or a platinum American Express or even a black card at 18, 19, I feel like my daughter winning because you can never lose. With credit, you can never go broke.
That's right. Yeah, man. Yeah. What made you let's speak a little bit about your upbringing, man, too. You know what I'm saying? What made you be kind of different from everybody else? As I would want to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause when you a person that might don't follow the crowd, you know what I'm saying, might don't do what everybody else do, and you might got a different path than everybody else. Speak on that, man. Speak on how your upbringing was or whatever. Let the people know.
I mean, my upbringing just like everybody else. Like, I ain't gonna say I had everything because I didn't. You feel me? Like, I ain't gonna say that, you know what I'm saying, I lived in the middle class. I didn't. I'm a hood baby just like the next. Shout out to the neighborhood, the Gap. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the parents I've had it don't work like that. Like if I go call my pops right now, I'm like, yo, pops, I was a follower. Like that was one of the first things he taught us. It was never be a follower, create your own path, do your own thing. A leader is one that makes others follow. So with me, it was never wanting to be like my homeboys. It was me trying to figure out my own way. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
I keep the same clique. Like I don't switch up on the homies, but at the end of the day, like I just, you know what I'm saying, seeing the situation that my pops was in, seeing, you know, the hardships my mama faced, seeing a lot of people, you know, off drugs and shit like that. It was like I don't want to be that. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
to this day, I would never pick up a blunt. Like not because there's something wrong with it, but a lot of people that I feel like smoke weed be lazy. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of them that just focus on smoking weed, they don't want to do nothing else. If they have a day where they don't smoke, they whole day messed up. I don't want to be dependent instead of saying reliable. I don't want to be dependent on anything. You know what I'm saying? I want to be up and go without having to do this and this just to go. So that was my whole thing was, and I really do want to thank my pops for that, because like he didn't play that. Him or my uncle, like, nah, you don't follow nobody. You don't follow the trends. We don't care about the trends. We make our own. So that's just always been my mindset.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Because like I said, we got a lot of people that come up, man. You know, we tend to follow the crowd, man, that don't find our own path. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna just give you an example. Like, we got a million rappers out here, but we don't got a million brothers that's trying to learn how to fix their credit.
Facts. Everybody, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm just saying though.
Everybody want to, because they feel like that's the quickest way to make a bag.
See, it's like you got to make stuff cool. Even like what you did with the children's book, though. You made it cool, though. Like too far with for the kids, and it's crazy because it's all about appealing to what we really need to know and we should know, instead of what we appeal to the negative stuff. It's just,
and that's what I think. I think a lot of people don't look at the other avenues, and I think that's my main focus. Is like people ask me, well, what's the child group? Like, what's the age? It ain't no age limit. A 5-year-old could pick it up and a 14-year-old could pick it up. Both of them will understand what they reading, because I made the words where it's relatable to both. And not only is it a children's book, it's a coloring book. It's tic-tac-toe in there. You know what I'm saying? It's a maze in there. So it keeps even a little kid entertained. And by you reading that book with your child, not only is it helping your child, but it's helping, you know what I'm saying, the adult. You feel me? Because the adult like, oh, I ain't know this, or I ain't know I should have done this. So it's helping both of them learn together.
That's what's up, man. Dang, that's you want to let the people know where they can get the book at too, man. If they for their kids or something, bro, let them know. Yeah,
so like pre-orders right now, you know what I'm saying? We got them on Amazon. My website, which is Family is Forever LLC. We actually going to fully release the book on the 3rd, because we're going to put it in a couple different vendors. I've actually talked to a couple people that actually want their book in their stores. So my thing was I was going to release it to the public, but I'm like, you know what? If these vendors believe in me, I'd rather wait till they get their books before I release it to everybody, so people are going to their stores, because I love people that have, you know what I'm saying, faith in me as well as I have faith in them. So I'm all about building and networking with other people. So yeah, you can catch the book. I'm gonna actually release the vendors sometime soon. But yeah, right now you can pre-order it on my website as well as on Amazon.
Okay, tell people the website again, man, so they can know it out there.
FamilyIsForeverLLC.com is my website. We're actually in reconstruction mode, so if it looks funny, that's the only reason why we reconstructing it. We're actually gonna make a page just for Finding 750 in hopes that it helps these kids, you know, really get entertained, because it's bigger than just Finding 750. We're creating a character through my daughter, which is called Aaliyah the Restorer, which is pretty much like an offset of like a Dora the Explorer, but not necessarily Dora the Explorer, which Aaliyah the Restorer is the one that's gonna help you with credit restoration, as well as, you know, financial literacy, knowing about real estate, knowing about what to invest in, what your money can do for you, because that's the biggest problem is we don't know what our money can do for us. We don't know the capabilities that we have as a human, you know, and I feel like our society is behind on it, because like I said, you don't learn that in school. You know what I'm saying? Credit ain't cool in the hood. You go in the hood like, hey, bro, you got good credit? No, but I got a body. Like, and that's what, and I actually seen like a rapper actually talk about this. I want to say it was Troy Ave. Troy Ave was like, the streets is a myth. You can't do nothing because you caught 3 bodies. If you go in the bank, you can't be like, yo, I got 3 bodies. Can I get this loan? Like, they don't care about that. A 750 holds more value in the world than your street cred. Cause street cred is a myth. And that's what I want to tell these kids, like street cred, what you gonna do with that? That don't take care of your family.
What 750 hold more value than what?
Than a couple bodies. Like you got a body, what you did with that body? What you hit somebody up and maybe had a couple $100 on?
Go. Damn,
so,
bro. Yeah.
I mean, you can flip your credit. Like I tell people all the time, you can credit, business, all that. It's the streets. It's just the legal way. If you know what you're doing, it's the same thing. Like a lot of people don't know what your credit. You could charge for to add a person on your credit card.
Yeah.
So you talking? Let's say you got a $25,000 credit card. Somebody need to get a house. You know 3 people that need a house. You charge each one on $500 to be on your credit card for 3 months. You do the math. But you want to go flip a pack and may face jail time. When you can do something the same way legally.
Damn, what you say 750 is more value than what? What you say?
Yeah, a couple bodies, man. Like
damn.
That don't mean nothing. Like that's what I tell people.
Is more value than a couple bodies. Woo. You can go in the bank with a 750, huh?
Yeah, you can go in the bank with a 750 and you can hit 100,000. You ain't gotta kick a door to get it.
Yeah. Deep. You're right, man. I mean, this for you know, far as for you at your age 26, man, how you thinking like that, man, and what you created, man. That's brilliant, bro. I just salute you on the idea and everything. You know what I mean? I salute you, bro.
Appreciate that.
You got another you got something else coming up, you know, far as with even after that, another book or something else you got going on, you want to let the people know?
I mean, I got this other book, which is Bridging the Gap, which is actually for the adult side. This book right here is so valuable to an adult because a lot of people don't understand. I get a game. Like, I give all the game, how to fix your credit, all that. You feel me? Like,
that's what that book about right there.
Bridging the Gap. Now, this is actually live on Amazon right now. And what it does, I have the letters to send to the credit bureaus. I let you know what your credit is, what the credit bureaus are looking for. You know what I'm saying? How to get your credit right. You know what I'm saying? How to
speak about that that goodwill letter, man. I seen you talking about, man. Explain to the people what's a goodwill letter? The goodwill letters, if I ain't mistaken. Explain that.
So like a goodwill letter is pretty much you reaching out to those credit bureaus or a company and like, let's say you had a hardship or a late payment. You could have had somebody pass away. A lot of people don't know that these companies are lenient when it comes to stuff like that, depending on your hardship. Now, you can't just be like, yo, I was late because I wanted to be late. But even if you was late just to be late, you going to get a time where you can be 1 or 2 late payments. Because if you got a history with a company and you're like, hey, this is affecting me from getting a house, or, you know, I really enjoy our, you know, relationship, I messed up. Can we take this off my credit report? That's what a goodwill letter is. It's saying, hey, I had a hardship, but this missed payment or this late payment doesn't reflect our relationship. Don't let this show on my credit report. So I use layman terms. So you and your girl been together for 20 years. Y'all go to a restaurant and you look at another girl. All you going to your girl to explain is, I've been with you 20 years. I ain't gonna slip up no more. You know what I'm saying? I just want you to, you know, understand that I'm sorry. Yeah. She's gonna let it go. She's gonna forgive you. Y'all gonna go about y'all day. So the same thing with a credit card company. If you got, you know what I'm saying, a late payment or something like that, you can go call them and be like, hey, you know, I had a late payment. But you have to reach out to the CEOs or, you know what I'm saying, like the executive office, because those are the people that, and they don't even really look at it. They have a team that looks at those things. They're gonna look at your report and then they're gonna take that off, which is gonna help your credit history as well as, you know, your relationship with that company. And that's just one of the few things in there. I also tell you how to look at your own credit report. Look at what's negative. Look what's hurting.
Now, what I want to ask you too, bro. I want to ask you about bankruptcy. What you feel like? What you feel about that? Like filing bankruptcy in order to get your credit back together or whatever. What you feel about that?
I mean, it's situational. Cause I mean, Floyd Mayweather did it. Because one thing about credit and one thing about you buying stuff with your credit, even if it go into collection, the only thing that get repossessed is cars and houses. You feel me? So at the end of the day, let's say you bought a bunch of watches, a bunch of watches, a bunch of clothes, you know what I'm saying, a lot of stuff for your business, and you go bankrupt. They're not gonna seize that. They just gonna cut their loss. Because even if you look at like when you go into collections, Most of those companies send your stuff to another agency. They are not renting it off. You just can't never go back to that company. So if you
Yeah.
put bankruptcy, I don't never recommend people to do bankruptcies because it can cause problems down the line. But also people do that to consolidate debt. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like the opposite of a goodwill letter. Like, okay, instead of me doing a goodwill letter, I'm at a hardship to the point where I can't pay this back. But with credit and credit repair, which is in the book, I teach you how to remove that type of stuff. You can remove a bankruptcy and a repossession and it was never there. And that's another thing that I'm glad you brought up because I'm gonna drop a gem just because I'm on live with you. I'm gonna drop a hardcore gem.
Go ahead and drop it.
So a lot of people don't understand when it comes to credit, it's a lot of third-party agencies that control you. So you got companies like what we call LexisNexis, CoreLogic, ARS. These are the companies that identify you. So when you talk to these companies, these are the companies that know that you had a bankruptcy, know that you know. So I'm gonna use CoreLogic. So a lot of people, have felonies or have criminal backgrounds. How do you get an apartment? Or you wonder like how these white people or whoever get these apartments, right? So with CoreLogic, what they do is they hide your background. So if you freeze CoreLogic and you go apply for an apartment, some will thoroughly look, but majority will go ahead and approve you because they can't pull that report.
Oh, wow.
That's how deep credit can get. You get what I'm saying? Because you can hide your identity. And when you hide your identity and you go to dispute all these negative items on your credit report, they clean them up because they can't verify them. They have to verify stuff on your credit report in order for it to stay. If they cannot verify it within 30 days, they must remove. Now, due to COVID, the stipulations is a little bit different, but they got to get the book to see the stipulations and things of that nature. So this book actually is a guide to somebody that got a 500 that can't afford my services. It's teaching you how to create your own business. So in reality, if you look at Bridging the Gap credit registration book, you could start your own credit repair company off this one little book alone. And instead of moving bricks, you could be fixing people credit and making the same amount of money, if not more. Because people will pay whatever to get their credit fixed once it's really messed up, especially if they really want to get something.
Yeah, it feel good. Look, it feel good just to walk in somewhere just to get something. You don't have to put nothing out your pocket. But
you ain't even worried about it.
You ain't worried.
That's just like people be like all the time, bro. You riding around in a Porsche, you get money. And I tell people all the time, my car note is probably what your car note is because you have a 400 or 500 credit score. Because your interest rate stupid high. My interest rate 2.5% on my car. So at the end of the day, you thinking I'm paying all this big money, when in reality I'm not. I'm paying what you paying for your Toyota. I just use my credit to get me where I wanted to be, so my car is affordable. Yeah, credit makes things affordable. So by teaching the kids that they're able to do things that they want, like you got a kid, and this is a thing that a lot of people do. Christmas time, we break our back trying to make sure our kids have a great Christmas. You got good credit, you swipe your card for all that stuff. Oh, you on the PlayStation? And then credit cards come with reward points. Like I was just telling, I got another actual interview in Atlanta next week, and my whole hotel stay is free, as well as my PR team. All our hotel stay is free off of my credit card because of reward points. Yeah, that's excellent, bro. That's excellent. And like I said, you giving the game out there to kids. You giving back to kids, man. And like your daughter gonna always know about credit at a young age from even her growing up. So that's a great jump right there to even drop, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, doing different things, man. I salute you. I'm privileged to have this interview with you, man. I appreciate it too. Yeah, I mean that's the whole goal is to make like me and her both goal is to just help somebody or change somebody's life. Because if you can start, and a lot of people give up on like you say, a lot of these young cats, they give up on them. But it takes somebody to actually care enough to go out there and put the seeds in them that they need in order for them to be successful. If you're giving them all negative things, and you're not helping them, like I tell people all the time, like just like with the Black Lives Matter, movement, people be like, well, Ant, what do you do? I say, I've been doing this because at the end of the day, a lot of people, when it comes to certain things, they won't go to those neighborhoods. They're scared. Yeah. They don't want to be out there. They gonna scream for you if something happened to you, but they don't want to be around you. They don't want to be, because they feel like something may happen to them. Yep. And it's not necessarily, I don't feel like, being in the hood is a bad thing. It's a survival thing. It's survival tactics. So if you give these people the same opportunity as you got, how many 26-year-olds will be like me? You get what I'm saying? How many 14-year-olds and 15-year-olds will be like me? They gonna put that gun down. You tell them they can get some Jordans and a nice, nice little car without having to do something new. You think they ain't gonna go that route? But when you tell them this is the only way they can get that, they gonna go do what they gotta do to get that, because like you say, a lot of people follow. So if you could plant these seeds to these kids, I mean, I really, like I tell my daughter all the time, I'm like, you already became a hero to so many people. You're famous in your own way because you've given these kids opportunities. You showing as a 7-year-old, you can barely read. Like, you just learned how to read, and you're reading a book to people not only at your age, but you're reading to grown-ups. You're teaching grown-ups something as a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
You're amazing. And I tell her that all the time. I'm like, hey, you're doing a great job because you're helping people learn. And my daughter can tell you, 500 credit score is bad. Pay your bills on time. You know what I'm saying? Utilization. My daughter can tell you all of that. And even though she's 7, I know it's going to always stay with her. Especially as we move and the book grows, it's going to be embedded in her.
Yeah.
Which creates that generational wealth that we miss. Instead of telling our kids to pick up a gun, let's tell them to pick up a book. And let's teach them and educate them and make them better. Because if you think about it, a lot of the valedictorians, salutatorians are kids from the hood. They'll be the smartest people. But nobody actually tries to get that out of them. So that's our goal. We're hitting the hood. We're hitting them heavy. And what we really ultimately want to do as a long-term goal is to get into the prisons and be able to give these prisoners these books to go out and read to their kids, even if they get an hour of, out time to sit with their children and read these books to them. Yeah,
man. That's real, bro. Let people know where they can get that book, Bridging the Gap, at too, man, again. Right? Because that's the repair.
So the Bridging the Gap is actually going to be on both websites as well, which is FamiliesForeverLLC.com as well as Amazon. So if you got a credit score of 300, 400, 500, the book only $40. And you can change your life.
That's what's up, man. Like I said, man, young entrepreneur, man, I salute to you, bro. I definitely salute to you. You got anything else coming up next, man? You got going on, man? Like, you want to let the people know?
So actually, we are rebranding, and I will be actually putting out a class for business funding. So people that want to start up businesses and want to get business credit and business funding, we will be creating a course for business funding. We also will have a bundle package for business funding as well as credit repair. So we will teach you how to do both. Because what we fail to realize is we can set up a business. We don't have to wait till we make $100,000 and got $100,000 in liquid assets. We can go to these banks and they'll fund our business and our goals.
Yep.
So I'm teaching people, how to get that business funding and get their business taken off.
Man, that's what's up, bro. Hey, that's what's up, man. I appreciate you as a young brother doing like real positive things like that. Thinking the way you think, like you thinking about generational, wealth at an early age. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, take us for people my age and our age, we didn't even start thinking about that. But if we can get the people, the kids and the young kids to start thinking about that and passing it down like you doing, see your daughter can be passing the gems down to her kids. So, that's
as well as her friends.
Yep. That's why I always say, man, I love interviewing all types of people, man. I like my platform to be different and, and unorthodox. We always talk about the negative people as far as the negative of the youth. And that's why I'm glad I had somebody positive that's right now that's on for the youth that really don't, like we said, people don't make that thing about credit cool, bro. That ain't cool. You ain't gonna hear that in the song.
Yeah, you ain't gonna hear nobody talking about I got good credit.
50.
Yeah, like even if you think about it, like when Black Youngster was beefing with Dog, he like, oh, you got your cars, you got good credit. I ain't saying nothing wrong with good credit, but we getting it out the trenches. Like, bro, you mad at the man because he's using his credit to get all these cars and not using his own money? You mad because you working harder than him. That's what you mad about. That's why they ain't gonna talk about it in the song. Everybody want to get out the mud when you ain't got to get out the mud. If I ain't got to get my hands dirty, why I'm getting them dirty for? Yeah. Like he said, the streets is a myth. You die, all people do is talk about you, about what you do, but you still on a t-shirt.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
Your kids ain't got nothing. You feel me?
And see, like you said, like white people kids and different type of race. I ain't gonna say white people, but I'm gonna say Mexicans. I'm gonna go with Chinese and all different type of ethnics besides us. They teach their kids survival tactics growing up from babies. Like whether it's learning your credit, whether it's growing food or whatever. What we know how to do, we know how to rap, we know how to play ball. We know how to catch a ball. We know how to dance. We know how to make you laugh. But it's somehow, like you said, when it comes down to that thing about having credit or whatever, we don't know too much about that. Our financial stability, like you go ahead, bro, speak on it.
Because financially, we blow money. We look at money like, you know what I'm saying? We want the image. We don't really care about the generational part. And like I tell people all the time, I rather not, even if somebody was to put me on a t-shirt, I'd rather be put on a t-shirt with my daughter having 1,000 t-shirts of her choice than me being put on a t-shirt and nobody can take care of my daughter and my homeboys got to be like, well, you know, it's her birthday. We got to come together and get her some money to get her some shoes. Nah, she getting all that on her own. You get what I'm saying? So we worried about our street cred, but you know what they always tell you, what comes out the streets. There's only a couple options when you coming out the streets. Yep. Well, guess what? It's a new option. But it's your choice to make those options. So if I could teach you a different route, you may not ever win the other route. Like you say, we know to catch a ball, we know to shoot a ball, we know how to dance. We're very creative.
Very, very creative people.
But we don't know how to make it work for us.
But the messed up thing is too, and I'm gonna go a little deeper because living in the European Western society where we live in, and I know people say, well, you know, because a lot of people that follow me will always say, well, look, man, that's the system shit, man. That's the white man shit, though, bro. You know what I mean? Fuck credit or whatever. Nah, bro, yeah, it's the white man shit. But if you living over here in the white man land, what you gonna have? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm just being honest. People say, shit, fuck that credit shit, fuck all that. You want your credit to be down forever. You want your credit to be bad.
So here's
credit
the funny thing.
Like you said, credit is better than money. And we don't even realize that. White people realize that, though, because that's why you don't ever see them holding up money.
So here's my thing.
Flashing that shit.
Here's my laugh.
You don't see that shit. Like you said, what they do? Huh? Drop that card. Drop that card. Give me that. Drop that card. Boom. We gotta, like you said, we gotta do all this shit. We gotta do the challenge and shit. Like, yeah, man.
So here's my thing about that, and I find that so funny because I'm glad you got followers like that. What's the first thing we say we'll do to the plug? We cross them out. We rob them or cross them out.
Yep.
So why wouldn't you use your credit? If that's the white man thing, why wouldn't we take it and learn our own way to finesse it? Because at the end of the day, we talking about, that's the white man's thing or whatever. It could be the no-name person or no-color person. At the end of the day, it's something that we can use to our advantage. The white people or whoever you want to call or whoever you want to use, these people are using this to their advantage. So the same way we can finesse, quote unquote, how we always saying we finessing somebody. What you think credit is? It's finesse. You're using somebody else's money. The same way you get front of the pack, that's what credit is.
Yep.
They front you this. All you gotta do is pay it back.
And look,
that's how you get on.
It don't even cost no money to even get your shit repaired like that.
So when we talk about, I gotta get it out of the mud, I gotta do this and that. You slaving over this to get this.
Yeah.
Fix your credit, get the stuff you want, pay it back on consignment. That's what y'all. Yeah. I'm gonna use their words. You paying it back on consignment. So what's the difference? And you not having to work to pay it on consignment.
Yeah.
You just gotta pay it when you can pay it.
Yep.
So why not take something that's easy for you and learn it and make it to your own adaptability? We don't want to use their way, or we don't want to use their way. So you gonna work yourself to death? What you got to show for it?
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Because here's the thing: if you die, can they take it?
Hmm. 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 Go. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, like, why not use your credit? Like, oh well, that's this, that, and that. We don't mess with that, and we don't. Hey, you gonna be in debt regardless.
And
Every day
then,
you
like
spending
you say
money.
too, even having credit, that's more even like safer because you don't even have to have money. You don't have money on you for
Yeah, so somebody rob you, and bro, you can have this wallet.
real.
All my cards come next week, and
Yeah.
you can't do nothing with them. Cause
Yeah.
you gotta know my zip code to even use the card or my PIN number. So if you take my cash money, you don't need nothing. You go on Neiman Marcus and just run it up with my little 100,000 that I had on my hand,
Yeah.
and
Yup.
you less flashy.
Yup. 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 Facts. That's facts, man. Hey, look, man, like brother Anthony, man, I'd like to thank you, man, for coming on the K.I. Kensei show right now, man, for this interview. I appreciate you because this was something I needed to, far as for the youth, man. Like I said, I got a different type of audience. I have older people and younger people, but I definitely wanted to do something for the youth though, because a lot of people will always say, oh, who he about to interview? What rapper he gonna interview now? Or he interviewing this rapper or this? No, this ain't even about no rapping right now. This about some real life shit. You know what I'm saying? So I like to thank you, man. And let you know you want some of the last words to say to the people out there, man.
And then with that, and people talking about the rappers and stuff like that. I mean, I ain't even gonna speak on it too much, but if you in the city of Richmond, I don't really gotta say much about what I'm from and who I'm from. You feel me? So at the end of the day, don't feel like I ain't come from which y'all come from, because if y'all knew who, if you really go into detail of this family tree, you'll understand really, truly, what I come from, who I come from. Because a lot of y'all probably scared of them. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you don't have to take the routes of other people. Make your own route, make your own way, get your own bag, learn how to run up your bag, whether it's credit, whether it's, selling shoes out the trunk, whether it's dancing, whatever. Run a bag up, take care of your family, and don't just use that bag on yourself. Invest that back into your family, because your kids are everything. That's your representation. While everybody talking about these street cred and these street myths, your biggest legacy is what you create. Man. Your child is everything. So at the end of the day, like, I love my pops to death. So at the end of the day, I love my mama to death. So I want to be the best representation of them. Yeah. Me being in the streets don't do nothing for my pops. Me being in the streets don't do nothing for my mom. I can't buy them a house out of that because it's liable to get took. But when I'm doing something legal, I can give them not only something to be proud of, but allow them to get a house. I can go get them a house. I can go take care of them. You know what I'm saying? So everything ain't about the streets. Sometimes the biggest gangsters is the ones that take care of family. Because if I eat weed, so don't get it confused or don't get it misconstrued. Take care of your family and build a legacy with your kids. Go create something with your child. You'll be surprised the benefits. Like you say, find the 750. You look at it as credit repair and it's teaching the kids. I look at it as a way to spend time and spend quality time with my daughter. Yeah. So yeah. But y'all can follow me, on social media. It's the Curiosity Effect with a K, KURIOSITY _effect. EFFECT. Facebook, Anthony Dodson. Twitter, Curiosity, KURIOSITY. And if you follow my page, you know that I drop the drills. I'll be having actually free game Mondays, which is pretty much what he was talking about with the Goodwill letter. I'll be dropping something different about credit and ways to, work your credit, fix your credit, and build your credit. So just keep following us, keep supporting us. We thank everybody. We appreciate everybody. As I grow, my daughter will grow. So we just thank y'all for all y'all support, because all the support and all the, things that come with it is just growing my daughter and helping her.
Man, hey, look, bro, I just want to tell you thank you, man, because I'm proud of you, man, as a brother, as an older brother, man. I'm proud of you, bro, because like I said, this to see younger brothers coming up, like, creating their own concepts, creating books, you know what I'm saying? Children's books, like even repairing credit. That's so brilliant, man. I think that's just so genius. So I just want to salute you right now for your concepts and what you do. And you showing fatherhood too, bro. You know what I'm saying? With your daughter too. You know what I'm saying? I know you're a girl dad. So you know.
And I actually want to shout out my bro brand. Like it's a lot of cats in my community doing good things. And this is no deadbeat dads. Like he created a a whole wave of, you know, making it cool to be a dad
Let
and
me see
being
that shirt, bro.
responsible.
Oh, that
Yeah,
shirt,
no
bro.
deadbeat dads.
No deadbeat dads. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's sweet right there. Yes, sir, man. I'd like to thank you for coming on, my brother.
Appreciate y'all.